1 second, guys. Welcome back, Bravehearts all over the world, to the DOD Power Pack show. And I'm going to tell you something. Those were the days, my friend. And they came to an end. And I'm going to tell you why. Guess what? Are you ready? So I got into business 42 years ago. And guess what? I was dealing with constipation. I was dealing with gallbladder liver problems. I was dealing with asthma. I was dealing with arthritis. Okay, I was dealing with headaches. Okay, and we would get the odd, what they call cancer patient, all right? And we got stiff joints, okay, all right? And then in the 80s, we got the whole HIV/AIDS scam, okay? Lots of it. I got in big trouble over that one, let me tell you. Okay, all right? I mean, we had the news come after me, the medical system come after me because I was working on HIV patients, and I actually was stating that HIV could be cured, okay? And boy, did they try to fry my butt, okay? So, you know, it's like this. It's like about every 10 years I have to go and wake up the beast. But the reality is this, is guess what? Those were the days. I mean, we were booked all day, and you know what? Anybody can deal with some hemorrhoids. Anybody can deal with some arthritis and asthma and some allergies, okay? We could all deal with that, all right, and some arthritis. But today, oh my gosh, but do you think that's something? Why do you think? Isn't it kind of funny? You know, okay, corporations and the so-called psychos out there that are poisoning us, and they're poisoning us. I mean, come on, I think that part's out in the open anyways. And the reality is this, guess what? Now the challenge is starting, isn't it? Okay, and guess what? You know what, I had somebody say, you know what, we are going to get shirts made and it's going to say, guess what? I got to stop saying guess what, or else there's going to be all these shirts, okay? Guess what? I don't want it. All right. So anyways, I just noticed I say guess what? I had to be told. You know, see, you don't even notice things about yourself until somebody puts a mirror in front of you and shows you. And so I'm going to work on the guess what, because I probably do about 20 of those and driving people just totally nuts. And we are driving ourselves nuts and other people, and we don't even notice it because our personality, we think it's just normal and natural. And somebody might even say to you, did you say the way you talk to me? Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I usually talk like this to you. Well, that's because you're waking up to the fact that we are all dishonoring and disrespecting ourselves. And we're allowing these psychos to do it. So understand this, when people come to me now, I actually interview them to see if I want to take on the challenge. Because if they're not emotionally and mentally prepared to heal because they believe that suffering is the way, or they're really into that struggling thing, or they go, I don't have any money and I can't do anything, then where does that leave us? Then I say, well, download my pdgfree.com, okay, go to my Braveheart Nation app that's free, and understand something, everyone. And I just want you to know this, and this is the truth. I'm going to be 70 years old in 2 years. Okay, all right, so just think about that. I don't feel it, I'm just letting you know. And guess what, at that point, I retired back when I was 52. And then I came back, all right, I came back 8 years later because I thought, okay, let's give it one more kick at the can, won't we? Okay, and the reality is this, that I'm at a point in my life where I will pick the patients that I'm going to work on, okay? Because believe it or not, there are so many people that are just addicted to complaining, and they're actually addicted to their pain, and they're addicted to their pain story, and I am not running them down. You understand? There's two types of people. I deserve more. I want more. And then there's the other person down on their knees, begging God, please, going, okay, I'll change. All right, okay. And remember something, it's not your fault that you are sick. You've got sick beliefs, and they were force-fed. But it is your responsibility to choose to thrive, not just to survive. And the reality is this, you know what, like I told you, and this is how it goes. just when it's the end of the world as you know it. Oh my God, all the bees are going to die. It's the end of the world. It's the end of the world. And then somebody invents, okay, the pure wave magnet and puts it inside of a beehive. And now instead of the bees dying, we've got double the colony and we have to split them because there's so many bees. So, and that's even if they're right upside of a 5G, okay? And that same pure wave will purify your food in your fridge, or if you put your plate of food on, it'll purify it. So understand, just as these guys think that they're going to murder more of us because it's called euthanasia and eugenics, and that's what they're doing, and that's what Bill Gates' father was the head of it, and he's just getting off on it. I mean, every day is orgasmic to him, okay? Because we have so many people that will actually fall for all of this. So understand, we know that every one of my practitioners, we look at things logically, we look at the history of what's going on, and we know that we aren't even in the middle of the tsunami of sickness, okay? And people rotting out, because that's what people are doing, they're rotting out. Thinking, eating rotten, toxic food. So of course they're rotting out, and understand that we got to bring down the thunder, and guess what? That's why we have the cardio med bed, okay, that can give you perfect circulation. You heard what I said. Perfect circulation. That's what that's able to do. And then we have the cell sonic regeneration that is 25,000 volts put into a love harmonic. People go, what's a love harmonic? Well, try to focus on a Rife machine, okay, that has all the frequencies combined in a pulse, and it puts it in, and it actually can take the voltage and bring the voltage back into the cells to be 0.04 volts, which means vitality, in one pulse. It can shut down stage 4 inflammation. I didn't say that it could keep it shut down, because we need the person to change their personality, to change their lifestyle, the way they think, drink, and eat. And guess what? And doing the things that we do. Perfect day consultation, cell sonic regeneration. And then once we've done that, then we will do Wolf non-surgical. And it is the most powerful body work. Anybody want to just drop in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, and come in here and say, I'll come on live and I'll show you that with cell sonic regeneration and Wolf non-surgical in one treatment, we will surpass everything and anything you've ever done. We have this thing that you're not going to go to surgery, or we'll give you your money back for the first cardio med bed, the first cell sonic regeneration, the first non-surgical. Do you understand? Who else is doing that? Okay, we will do it because nobody has a power pack like this. Oh, they might have a shock head, but the shock head's not going to be like ours. It's the most advanced shock head in the world. They might maybe adjust your spine or something, but they don't know that you've got to pull the scar tissue apart to get the blood flow, to get the spirit in, to get the lymph flow. They don't know that you've got to break up the calcification that was pulled from the bones and then get them on calcium ion therapy to get the calcium back into their bones. I'm telling you, we've nailed it, okay? We've perfected this. And we're going to have Power Pack websites, okay? I mean, Power Pack clinics, okay, all over the world. And if you want to check them out, go to DODPOWERPACK.com and you'll see where the closest one is to you. And everybody that is on there is giving you that money back guarantee on the first treatment, that they will do more than everything you've ever done put together. Right there. They'll put it right there. So you can go, wow, that's a really powerful sales pitch. How long did he work on that? 40 years. 40 years of putting things together. Trust me, okay? You have to have courage to do this. Most practitioners will not come out like this, okay, and draw a line in the cement, okay, and then tell you this. Oh, no, they're going to play Inky Dinky Schnitzel House. Let me tell you something. We're here to crack the coconut from the inside out and show you the potential, that your potential to healing is unlimited, that you can cure the incurable. Oh, my God, it's not curable. Oh, really? Who told you that? The same guy that wants to give you surgery and drugs? Who told you that? Well, this is absolutely impossible. Well, it is. And it is incurable to the person that has limited beliefs. But I just know one thing, that guess what? The source of all things created us. And understand this, My practitioners have the best strategies, the best protocols, the best nutraceuticals and energy medicine, and the best body work on the planet. And you might go, this guy, who does he think he is? Well, I'm a guy that goes around the world teaching what I do, and if I find something new, I drop the other thing and I do that thing. And if somebody can bring me something better, a better body work, a better energy medicine device than what we have, I am more than open to listen. Because guess what? Ego aside, you just need to know this. How many people out there have given up? How many people are in so much pain that they want to end it? You think I'm kidding and making a drama session? I'm the guy that gives his phone number out and gets calls from people screaming bloody murder about the way they've been treated. And like there's no way out. And understand something, there is a way out. Okay? There is a way out. And guess what? We don't need to know you to love you. Okay? We're not going to jerk you around. And no practitioner that goes through our training from bhnuniversity.com is ever going to do that to you. And if I hear of it, it's not going to happen again. And understand something. I thought we were supposed to be family. I thought we were supposed to be family. And remember something, love's just an ingredient. It's what you do to it. What do you think, Cheryl?
I absolutely agree. And I get so excited every time I get a new client that comes in that's actually ready to take massive personal action. And so it just turns me on. So I'm so glad to be here. I'm so grateful. And I love that I have a Power Pack clinic. And I do have a cell sonic regeneration and a cardio med bed. So when you come, you're just getting healed. And it's just what you were talking about, Daryl. It's about changing the deep groove in the record of victim and really helping people to understand. Sometimes I even record them and then feed it back to them so they can hear how many times they repeated themselves, right? If you don't want to have more pain, stop saying I'm in pain. These are signals from the body. It's time to pay attention. This is where it's going.
Yeah, and what we teach, if I can say this, Cheryl, I want everybody to walk away with this today. Do you know what we teach? How did I get this healthy? How did I get this wealthy? How did I get this happy? Why do I have so much love in my life? Trust me, the universe is going to tell you why. And then guess what? Just let the universe know it's behind and you're not. Okay? Don't say, universe, please make me healthy. Please, nothing. Okay? Just be there already and just ask the question, how did I get this healthy? Why am I this healthy? And understand, you will get the answer. Cheryl?
Yes, you will. Do you want me to talk about some amazing clients I've had lately? Because yes. This is the first time I've had a pregnant person come to me. She's only 5 weeks along. And her mom started following you. And her mom goes, you have got to get into...
Well, it's not the first time you had a pregnant person, but the first time you had a pregnant person that was going to work with your energy medicine. Is that what you meant?
Exactly.
Okay.
So, and that I actually have the energy medicine devices in order to help. But she's only 5 weeks along, right? 5 weeks along with toe fungus. So I'm saying you got here just in time. So I love that we're working on each other. We start with the lymph system, right? We look to see how she's doing. You always do the wolf non-surgical, open up the spine while she can still lay on her belly. Get as much done as we can as she's starting the process. And, on that perfect day protocol and understanding the things that she can do to help herself and getting on the high frequency nutraceuticals and getting off the horrible, supplements they give you. When you're taking those prenatal vitamins, they really don't have as much efficacy. They have nothing. And so we want to get you on the infinite iodine. We want that baby's brain to be amazing. We want to get you in better shape. And we want to clean up that beautiful womb so that you're not growing a baby in a manure pile. And so
if I can say something,
yes.
It's a fact. If you're not doing the infinite iodine during your pregnancy, there's a very good chance that your baby's mentality will be 30% less. And I'd like to put this challenge out to every person that's taking a prenatal multi or any pediatrician or dietitian out there. You can't even come close to our Perfect Day Multi. Our Perfect Day Multi is the most powerful prenatal or man's multi or children's multi. You know, it's called the perfect day multi for a reason. There's 150 different nutrients in it, and it's all organic and it's all concentrated. Carol?
So yes, so I'm really excited. She's coming back twice a week, and we're going to work on her. And she just, you know, she didn't get a really good experience from her first pregnancy. Now there's a groove in her record, right? So then it's having to work on the stinking thinking. It's to actually language the outcome you prefer. You can't keep saying the same story expecting a different outcome. And so that's really part of being a practitioner. And yes, she got a perfect day consultation. You want a coach. You want somebody that you can text, that you can reach out to, that's going to answer your questions, right?
Answer your phone call, you mean? Just even answer your phone call.
Exactly. How many physicians answer their phones? I can't tell you how many times someone calls me and I go, "Hi, it's Cheryl." And they go, oh, it's a real person. Because everybody's used to the AI generated answering thing where they get so frustrated. And so, of course, I'm going to answer the phone. If I am not with a client and you call me, I am going to pick up the phone. We're going to have that conversation. And so one of my other clients that has come to me has had a lot of issues that she's created in her life. And so we're working on inflammation. And so she was having problems swallowing and coughing and felt like her throat was being constricted. Okay. So we know what this is. We go in and we did the whole lymph area and we went around here and we did a lot of pulses and we did all over her head and we did behind the occiput, did the lymph system. She went home and she came back today and she said, "Not only have I not coughed the entire night, I cannot believe I'm in no pain." And
Goodbye
I sent her
long COVID. Goodbye long COVID. Okay.
Then I gave her a portable nebulizer and she bought some infinite iodine. And I said, "You get home and you start nebulizing this right away." And so, it's the magic of this. Daryl has created a platform with these high frequency nutraceuticals. And I'm telling you, I've been in this field a long time. I have done so many different brands, and I can, without a doubt, recommend these with so much authenticity because I take them every day. This is my protocol. I am so happy, so full of joy, so full of life, with no aches or pains anywhere in my body. And do I love my cardio med bed? Oh, yeah. I get on my cardio med bed because I'm going to be 120 and still moving. This is what I tell people. So go download the BHN app. Go find the practitioner map and find someone close to you. If you're going to start the journey, get that perfect day consultation. And if you're anywhere in Northern California, by the way, my clinic is Occidental Health and Healing in Occidental, California, which is Northern California. And so Dr. Sage Wolf is coming to my clinic, and he's going to be doing the total body thermography. And I want you to think about this. Finding out exactly where your inflammation is in your body. How much power do you have now that you have that knowledge? And he's going to give you a perfect day consultation to tell you where you're going to be in 5 years if you don't do something about it. Because inflammation creates more inflammation, right? Because we know that that's at the root of all the issues that you are having in your body. And so he's also doing heavy metal testing, Wolf non-surgical. And of course, because I have the cell sonic regeneration in the cardio med bed, it becomes a full treatment. So I actually have one spot left for thermography, one. And then a few Wolf non-surgical spots because everybody's so excited. People keep calling me back just to make sure I didn't give their appointment away. So he'll be here July 20th to July 29th. And it's on 13 gorgeous acres, and we're really close to the ocean. It's an EMF-free clinic, so it's really an experience of healing. So give me a call at 707-322-1979 if you're interested.
I don't think you said where you live, though. I didn't hear it.
I said Occidental, California, and that
where
is...
Where was I? Okay,
I
great.
have no idea.
So anyways, can we go back just a couple of seconds before we go on to the next practitioner?
Okay.
Talking about pregnancy, everyone, all right? The first thing is, don't get me wrong, but are you done being scared? Are you done having your practitioners scare the living crap out of you just because they can? All right? understand something. I'm not telling you that these practitioners are wrong. I'm telling you they don't know what they're doing. Understand, the more scar tissue you have and displaced calcium, the less flexible you are. So of course the baby is jammed up jelly tight. The more that you back up your bowel movements. Oh, and by the way, do your research. Do you know, Cheryl, what the average pregnant woman is backed up in bowel movements? 12 to 15 bowel movements. 12 to 15 bowel movements are backed up in the average pregnant woman, and that doesn't happen with a perfect day consultation when we are working with people. They have completely emptied. So that is either the holy grail, your abdomen where the baby is being grown, or it's a bloody swamp, stagnated swamp. So your baby is in the middle of a manure pile or in the middle of what we call the large intestine, which is creating 85% of your immune system, which is your good bacteria. And when your large intestine, which is not a garbage can, by the way, even though it's disrespected by the medical system and they attack it, your baby is in the middle of the most powerful immunity called your large intestine, or it's in the middle of a manure pile. And understand something, ladies, I'm cutting to the chase. I'm not trying to be gross or ignorant or anything like that, but here's the deal. You know why you have low back pain? Because you backed up 12 to 15 bowel movements. Do you know why your kidneys are hurting? Because you're absorbing your own waste. And guess what? You backed it up onto your liver. Your liver purifies your blood. And remember something, everything you're going through, so is your baby. So is your infant going through. Don't ask yourself why your baby is just banging the heck out of your ribs, okay? Because it's get me the heck out of here, all right? And understand something. We don't even think about that. And if I can say something about pregnancy, it's really important. I want you to hold on to this. 6 months prior to you getting pregnant, couples, the man must abstain from everything toxic. 6 months. And if he does that, the sperm will be completely healthy. And if he's doing drugs, prescription, if he's doing drugs, street, or even smoking marijuana, or drinking alcohol, or eating processed foods, that baby's at risk. 6 months. So, oh, hey, honey, let's have a baby. Well, guess what? She doesn't need to clean up her act. You do, buddy. 60% of that baby's health in the first 3 months is dependent on what you did in the last 6 months just prior to her getting pregnant. So you get that through your head. And understand something, men. You bloody well be a Braveheart. When she tells you that she's pregnant, you be happy. And don't go, wow, can we afford diapers? That's what every guy says right off the bat. Everybody's so programmed to actually be poverty conscious, okay? This is the deal. Don't freak her out. Be her hero. Be the guy that stands up, okay? And that's all I was saying when it was Father's Day. And I said, where are the fathers? Where are the Bravehearts? I just would like to know. That's all right? Cheryl, what do you think?
I think you're absolutely right. And what I love is seeing the spark of life come into these people when they realize that they can create a different outcome. And she says to me, she pulls her phone out and she goes, my husband's probably not going to like this, but he goes, I want you to see a picture of him because we have to fix him too. And so then it becomes a family working together, right? Now you've got mom who brought them there. You've got daughter, you've got the son-in-law, you've got her children, and then you start a different paradigm. And it's like I told them, you start teaching your children as soon as they are able, get potty trained, to be their computer printout. A child should never be constipated. You should never be constipated. You want to keep things flowing. And I love that people, that we have the knowledge now that I can give these women. Of course, I am passionate about pelvic restoration for women and disease prevention. In fact, teaching the master classes. And we just did 2 Mondays in a row where we did the women's infertility and then the men's infertility, and talking just about what you were talking about. Is that it's now known that the quality of sperm has been reduced so much because of our inflammation nation. because of the unconscious way that we eat, forgetting that you're an energy, beautiful machine, and listening to all the crap that we hear instead of getting back into the driver's seat of your life. I just use that metaphor because it's so important. Climb out of the back seat. Why are you letting somebody else run your life? That includes abdicating your power to the medical system. And when I was pregnant, I was very fortunate to have midwives and to be on land, right? And to have my babies at home, because you can have a pain-free pregnancy and birth. Birth isn't supposed to be something that you endure and you have to fight. So if there's a pregnant woman out there and she really wants to come and start her journey of healing, or you're thinking about getting pregnant, then reach out to a master practitioner. Any of the women you see on this show today, anywhere that you're located, find someone close to you and get the knowledge and information that you need, because we need healthy, strong, happy babies being born, and moms.
Yeah, and if you really want to know the scoop on poop, everyone, just know this. A baby, a child, a teenager, an adult, nobody has a fever, okay, if you get the cork out. And that is that for children, you would do what's called the ultimate, warm water, tummy love enema. And guess what? The fever's down in 5 minutes. 5 minutes, maybe 10 at most if you have to go back in again. And you will not harm the baby. You will not hurt the baby. You are hurting the baby by freaking out or giving it Tylenol or rushing it to the doctor, because it picks up on your vibration. It doesn't matter. Baby, child, teenager, adult. And if you're an adult, you'd have to do probably a warm water tummy love enema, and then you'd have to do an ultimate coffee enema where you purge your liver because it's so clogged up, because we don't even think about that. Understand something, everything is so butt backwards, and the majority of the population doesn't stand a chance out there. So if you're wondering why we come on here so often, and why we say it loud and we say it proud and we offer a money-back guarantee, there's a reason. Because guess what? 1 and 1 are 2, not 11. What do you think, Magdalena?
Dr. Vero, hi, beautiful breakfast. My name is Magdalena. I think we have the most powerful device, the cell sonic regeneration. It's really amazing. It is magic. I did a treatment last week to a senior. He was having pain in the shoulder. He always comes with something new.
Magdalena, first, let's always start off and tell people where we're from, and then we'll tell them again at the end of the story, because it's really important, because they're going to be guessing where you're from, sweetie.
Yes. My name is Magdalena Arcos. I am from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And my website is torontohealthandhealing.com. My phone number is 416-669-9351. And I practice here. I am a master practitioner here in Toronto. So I have this sonic regeneration, and I do treatments with Wolf non-surgical and whole life coaching as well. So yeah, I want to mention I did a treatment about this person on the shoulder was having so much pain, and he mentioned this is magic because the pain went away. He's a senior, so that's great. He was so happy that the pain went away in the shoulder. So you don't want to live with pain, right? It's really amazing. We have this technology, and we want to tell the whole world it's easy to live pain-free and happy.
Absolutely.
Yes, and also I did two treatments to a lady, beautiful lady. She has tinnitus, and for over 10 years, she went to the doctor, and the doctor cleaned the ear, and she believed that the doctor didn't do it right. So from that day, she started to feeling a little bit upset and getting that sound tinnitus. So we're working on her. Beautiful lady. We did 2 treatments so far.
Beautiful. Thank you, Magdalena.
Thank you,
And
Dr. Leon. Nice to see you.
nice to see you too, sweetheart. Okay, so let's go to Jen on Vancouver Island, okay, in Comox, who's eventually, I think this summer, moving to Victoria in Vancouver to set up her new practice. So if you're in Comox, you're going to be saying goodbye to her, so make sure you squeeze it in, everyone. Jen, go ahead.
Thanks, Daryl. Hi, I'm Jen, and I'm at Empower You Health and Healing. And yes, I'm located in the Comox Valley for another 2 months. And by September 1st, I'll be setting up in Victoria. So if you want to get treatments in the upper Vancouver Island, please come make an appointment, or you can go to my website at empoweryouhealing.com or give me a call at 250-650-1546. And I'd love to see you in my space up island until August 31st. And then as of September 1st, I'll be all set up in Victoria. So I'd love to see you in either space. I offer the cell sonic regeneration, Wolf non-surgical, and I also do the perfect day and emotional consults. And yeah, we've been quite busy in the Comox Valley since Sage was here in March. We've had a lot of people coming in and coming in to do different body parts as well. You know, some areas have been completely restored, and others they want more work as they learn more how amazing the non-surgical and the cell sonic regeneration work together. But the one thing I've noticed is kind of the stinking thinking thoughts of everybody that comes in. So the first thing I do is really have a discussion about their mindset and what they're telling themselves on a daily basis, because that is, I find the healing is just going to be so much more powerful if they can just change their mindset, because they come in here and they say things like, I'm in pain, I can't get out of it, I'm going to go for surgery. And it's like, okay, we're going to do that story once and then we're going to stop, and then we're going to change the way we talk to ourselves. Because for myself, I was in that thinking for most of my life. So it's only really in the past year where I have told myself a different story. And since I've been telling myself a different story, I have a completely different life now. And I love my life now. I didn't love my life before. So huge progress for myself. I'm really, really excited and enthused. Like, I just love doing this work. I love seeing the change in people. I've had last week, I had a man fly over from the mainland to the Comox Valley because he was just so excited to experience the cell sonic. He came here. He had a wrist problem. He works in a factory in Vancouver. He came here, his wrist was in a lot of pain, and he was worried that he wasn't going to be able to take on this new job in a factory. We literally did 20 minutes between Wolf non-surgical and cell sonic, and he had no pain. He was absolutely amazed. So then he wanted, since he'd flown over here, he was like, oh, what else can we do? So it did turn out that he was having frequent urination. He couldn't understand what was going on. He'd been to many specialists, many other types of energy medicine that he's tried. Nobody could figure out why he was consistently always having to go to the bathroom like every 20 minutes. So we discussed, we put him on a protocol with the coffee enemas, and then we did some cell sonic regeneration around the bladder area to open it up. And then he's also was open to doing the rectal infusions. So he is going to do the plan. But one thing I've noticed is I write the protocols, people get really excited about it, but then they kind of fall off the bandwagon. So one thing I really stress to people is, yeah, you have to be all in, because if you're not all in, you're going to get half results. Like, you're going to get the amount of results that you are willing to put in. So, you know, it's not my job to follow up, but I do check in with you periodically just to make sure that you are all in, because if you're all in, I'm all into helping you. So again, it's Jen, and I'm in the Comox Valley for another 2 months, and it's 250-650-1546, and it's Empower You Health and Healing. And my website is empoweryouhealing.com, and I'd love to see you.
Thank you, Jen. Those were really great. And you know what? Doesn't it suck, guys, that all of a sudden somebody's telling you that you got sucker punched, that we're not actually going to keep an eye on it for you? Do you remember when they told you that all your life? We're going to keep an eye on it for you. Where were they? Behind the toilet, under the bed, in the closet? No, they were never going to keep an eye on it for you. Why did they even say that? Okay, so you know what? I'm just a natural health quack, but why would a medical doctor say, I'll keep an eye on it for you? What does that mean? You'll come back in 6 months and see if it's big enough that we can cut it out, or that I might need a different drug? What kind of eye are you going to keep on it? You know, I bet that it really, really ticks you off that you have to become the hero of your story, that you have to become your own practitioner, and you have to be the master of your mind and actually learn. Look at it, if you could learn how to do a perfect day on an emotional and physical and nutritional level, and you repeated it every day, what would you have? A perfect life. You would be disease-free. Because there are no diseases. There's you out of alignment, because what did they say? We're going to keep an eye on it for you. And they never kept an eye on it for you. They kept an eye on you for them. How about this? How about we teach you how to become the hero of this story, and know more than any practitioner you've ever went to. How about that challenge? And you can go, well, this guy's got a big mouth. Well, guess what? We'll give you a money-back guarantee that we are going to show you in 6 weeks, maximum to 3 months, no matter what your situation is, that you are the miracle you've been looking for. Cheryl, is there anything you would like to say before we close today?
I just want to encourage people to make the first step, because remember, we can't do anything about yesterday. Let yourself off the hook. All of your power is in the now, right this minute. So make the decision to start loving yourself and making it happen. And remember, this is a lifestyle protocol. We do not do diets, because we don't need anybody dying around here. We're going to do live-its. We're going to teach you how to live an amazing full life. So if you're in Northern California, again, come to see me at Occidental Health and Healing. Come have an appointment with Dr. Sage, July 20th to 29th. You can reach me at 707-322-1979, or go to occidentalhealthandhealing.com and send me an email. I will get back to you. Thanks for having me, Daryl.
Love having you. Okay. All right. So now we're going to go to Magdalena.
Thank you. It's nice having, thank you for having me over, Dr. Vero. And the solid regeneration is the solution to all your pains. Calcification, crystallization, issues in the tissues. You don't need to live with pain. You can be pain-free and happy. Love yourself. See what you talk, what kind of words you talk to yourself. Be alert what you say to yourself. 50 trillion cells are listening to you. So you better say the beautiful things. I love myself. I am loved. I am healed. I am braveheart. It's very, very important what we see, what we watch, what we eat, and how we feed our minds with. It's very important. Love yourself so much and keep on shining.
Thank you, Magdalena. And Magdalena's from Toronto, everyone. And if you want to get in touch with her, what's your phone number, love, and your website?
My phone number is 416-669-9351. My website, torontohealthandhealing.com. Thank you, and have the best day of your life, everybody.
Thank you, Magdalena. Jen, one more time.
Yeah, and hi everybody, it's Jen from Comox Valley, and I'm going to be here for another 2 months, and then we'll be in Victoria starting September 1st. And it's 250-650-1546. And my website is empoweryouhealing.com.
Fantastic. Thank you, Jen. And I want to thank everybody for coming on today. And just know this, if you would like to have a Power Pack clinic, just remember, if you get a cell sonic regeneration, okay, we're going to give you a full training, whole life health certified, Wolf non-surgical certified, and the pelvic restoration course. That's 23 days of training. The $10,000 free training that we give with every cell sonic regeneration. And you might say, well, I bet it's not that free. I bet they built it in. Well, we didn't. Our device is $35,000 US. It is the most powerful device, the most efficient. You get 500,000 pulses per head. The average device is 50,000 pulses. We are 500,000 pulses. Our device only weighs 24 pounds, okay? Our device can actually time out the pulses. You could work on a small baby, or you could work on a 350-pound football player, okay? You are going to be getting marketing. You're going to be getting Q&As. You're going to be getting training for life. You're going to get referrals. And those of you who want to get treated, go to DODPOWERPACK.com and go onto the map to find out who is in your area. But if you're interested in having a Power Pack and learning Wolf non-surgical, becoming a whole life health certified coach, okay, learning the pelvic restoration for women, remember, it comes free with the cell sonic regeneration or the cardio med bed. Okay, so check out the information and call me if you'd like at 469-861-8884 on WhatsApp or USA Direct, or just do your homework. Okay, do your homework, check it out. Just remember though, all my practitioners give a money back guarantee, because guess what? It's got to stop. It's got to stop. We got to stop selling things. We got to stop telling things, okay, that aren't doing what they're supposed to do. I mean, look at it. Look at all the medical and health breakthroughs, and all we see is breakdowns, okay? All right? I'm Dr. Darrell Wolf, and we are Doc of Detox, and we have a place in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, Mexico, and it's called DOD 5-Star Healing. We only take on 3 people at a time. That's it. There was a time when we'd have 200 people at our Doc of Detox World Healing and Training here in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo. And as of February the 1st, we will be opening up in St. Cloud, Florida, 45 minutes outside of Orlando, on Food Forest Abundance sovereign property, where you can stay in a beautiful Airbnb off-grid. You can go out in the morning and pick your fruits, your vegetables for the day for free. We will have a full DOD Power Pack clinic, and we will also have a training center for all of our trainings, and we have enough Airbnbs there for people for 24 people. So we'll be doing a lot of our courses there, and our first big course will happen in June of next year. Our next main courses for Whole Life Health Certified, Wolf Non-Surgical Certified, and the Pelvic Restoration is actually here in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, Mexico on October the 24th. If you'd like to, go to BHN University for more information. We actually will finance our courses, okay? So we have financing on there too. We're also going to be in LA January, I think it's January the 14th. You'll have to look at it at BHN University for all 3 courses. And then we're back here again, okay? We'll be back here at the end of February in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, Mexico. And then, like I said, we'll be in St. Cloud, Florida in June doing all our courses. And we'll have a DOD Power Pack clinic there. And you can come and get personal treatment and training, or professional training, or just treatments. I just want you to know this, that guess what? It's always been up to you. They sucker punched you. I get it. Don't get angry. Just get healthy. God bless. Have a beautiful day.